For fans of extreme metal, the name Adam Darski is certainly no stranger. He is the vocalist, guitarist, and creative driving force behind Behemoth, a band renowned for its boldness in both music and visuals. Nergal is not only a frontman, but also an artist who fuses music with philosophy, symbolism, and defiance of norms. Starting from black metal, Behemoth gradually evolved by incorporating elements of death metal, often described as blackened death metal. In his creative process, Nergal often writes lyrics as if crafting a poetic manifesto, filled with metaphors, historical references, literature, mythology, and provocative religious symbolism. His stage performances are nothing short of musical rituals, packed with thematic theatrics. With atmospheric costumes, corpse paint makeup, grand crowns, and dramatic stage visuals, Behemoth's shows transcend the idea of an ordinary concert. Nergal doesn't merely sing, he guides the audience through a performance that feels majestic, dark, and ritualistic, proving that Behemoth upholds its reputation as one of the best live acts in extreme metal. Adam Darski, later known by his stage name Nergal, was born on June 10, 1977, in Gdynia, Poland. He was raised in an ordinary Catholic family and grew up as an intelligent, well-behaved child, without any traumatic history or problems at school. At the age of 8, Nergal began playing guitar, inspired by his older brother's collection of heavy metal tapes, which included legendary bands such as Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, and Accept. In addition to his musical interests, Nergal also pursued academics, completing 6 years of studies in history, including 1 year of Latin, at the University of Gdansk, earning qualifications as a museum curator. Nergal's interest in extreme metal, especially black metal, stemmed from his upbringing in Poland, a country heavily influenced by Catholicism. He often felt that the religious values surrounding him did not align with his own way of thinking. For Nergal, metal music, particularly black metal, offered him freedom of expression, a kind of escape from rules he considered restrictive. He even compared metal music to a spaceship that carried him away from a narrow world into a broader realm filled with imagination and freedom. When he founded Behemoth in the early 1990s in Gdansk, Nergal was deeply inspired by pioneering Norwegian black metal bands, as well as other legendary names such as Venom, Bathory, Samael, Celtic Frost, Tiamat, Behemoth, Blasphemy, and Morbid Angel. These influences ultimately shaped Behemoth's music into something aggressive, extreme, and rich with visual symbolism. Nergal's career journey with Behemoth began in 1991, when he founded the band together with Bael and Desecrator. From the very beginning, Nergal took on a key role as lead guitarist and vocalist. Their first steps came through a number of demos, such as Endless Damnation and The Return of the Northern Moon. However, the work that truly gained wider attention came in 1994 with the demo from the Pagan Vastlands, released by Pagan Records in Poland and later by Wild Rags. The success of this demo paved the way for Behemoth's debut album, Sventivith, Storming Near the Baltic, in 1995. A year later, they released their second album, Grom, which showed Behemoth's boldness in experimenting with music, incorporating female vocals, acoustic guitars, and synthesizers. Around this time, Behemoth also began performing live, first in Poland and later touring various countries across Europe. In 1998, Behemoth released their third album, Pandemonic Incantations. Unfortunately, due to limited promotion, the album did not reach wide recognition. Still, they remained active on tour and eventually signed a 2-album deal with Italian label Avant-Garde Music. The first result of this partnership was Satanica, an album that marked a major transformation for Behemoth, shifting from pure black metal to blackened death metal, a style that later became their trademark. The collaboration with Avant-Garde also brought Behemoth on tour alongside major bands such as Deicide and Satyricon. However, despite their success, the band faced internal challenges. Inferno briefly left Behemoth but returned in the early 2000s. With this lineup, Behemoth released Thelema 6. The album received positive reviews from international media and became the first Behemoth record officially distributed in Russia and Brazil. Under Nergal's leadership, Behemoth has thrived for over 3 decades and released 12 studio albums. The Satanists marked the pinnacle of Behemoth's achievements, earning widespread acclaim from international critics, with many hailing it as one of the best metal albums of the 2010s. With its grand, dark, yet emotional sound, the Satanists showcased Behemoth at their most mature. Songs such as Blow Your Trumpets Gabriel, Ora Pro Nobis Lucifer, and O Father, O Satan, O Son became live staples, always igniting the crowd's energy at every show. Beyond Behemoth's success, Nergal has also expressed a different artistic side through his side project, Me and That Man, a unique collaboration with musician John Porter. Instead of channeling extreme black and death metal aggression, this project explores country, blues, and folk tones infused with dark atmospheres and introspective storytelling. Their debut album, Songs of Love and Death, proved that Nergal could express himself outside the realm of extremity. This experimentation continued with New Man, New Song Same Shit Volume 1, a more eclectic work featuring collaborations with prominent vocalists such as Corey Taylor, Nicholas Kavarforth, Matt Heafy, and Ihsahn. Through this project, Nergal expanded his musical horizons, showing that true creativity is never confined to a single genre. Throughout his career, Adam Nergal Darski has been known not only for his daring musical works, but also for numerous controversies that often led him into legal battles and public scrutiny. One of the most infamous cases occurred in 2007, when during a concert in Poland, Nergal performed an act deemed offensive to religious symbols. This triggered a lengthy legal process that lasted until 2012. Although initially charged, the court eventually acquitted him, and the case was closed on legal grounds. Another controversy emerged in 2019 when Nergal posted a photo on social media considered offensive to religious symbols. He was initially fined, but the verdict was later overturned, and the case was officially dismissed in 2021. Earlier, in 2018, he was also questioned by authorities after posting a provocative video, once again tied to religious issues. The lengthy legal process finally concluded in 2025 with a ruling of acquittal. Nergal's success extends beyond music. He also gained attention through his ventures into entertainment. In 2011, he appeared on television as a judge on The Voice of Poland, proving that even a metal musician could mentor contestants in a mainstream talent show, ultimately leading his team to victory. Damian Ukeche, a contestant under Nergal's guidance, won the first season of The Voice of Poland. Not stopping there, Nergal also explored acting, portraying Joachim von Ribbentrop in the fantasy comedy film Ambasada, directed by renowned filmmaker Juliusz Mikulski. He had earlier appeared in the documentary Historia Polskiego Rocka, which chronicled the history of Polish rock music. Nergal's involvement in television and film revealed another facet of his multifaceted persona, capable of crossing boundaries between extreme music, popular culture, and cinema. Nergal once had a highly publicized romantic relationship with Polish pop singer Dorota Rabczewska in mid-2009. The two were even engaged before officially parting ways in March 2011. In recent years, Nergal has kept his private life more discreet. However, in January 2024, he shared a post on social media showing that he was celebrating the birthday of a woman whose status as his new girlfriend has not been confirmed, indicating that he is currently close to someone. In 2012, Nergal revealed another side of himself outside of music by becoming the face of promotion for Demon energy drinks in Poland. Interestingly, he admitted that he was not particularly fond of energy drinks but chose to participate because of the campaign's strong vision and its mission to support the DKMS Foundation, a global organization that helps blood cancer patients find bone marrow donors, including for Nergal himself. A portion of the sales proceeds from the campaign was donated directly to DKMS, making the collaboration seen as a noble cause rather than just an ordinary product promotion. Not stopping there, since 2014, Nergal has ventured into business by establishing the Barbarian Academy and Barbershop, which has since expanded into 2 branches in Warsaw and 1 in Gdańsk. A year later, he broadened his entrepreneurial reach by opening a nightclub called Libation in Sopot, proving that his creativity is not limited to extreme music, but also extends into business and lifestyle ventures. Nergal also owns a rather eccentric car collection, one of which is a Mercedes-Benz AMG with a unique license plate reading Satan, a bold statement that reinforces his provocative image. The combination of luxury vehicles with such personal and defiant details symbolizes Nergal's lifestyle, one that is not only glamorous but also deeply tied to his strong sense of identity. Offstage, Nergal is known as someone who pays great attention to his physical fitness. He regularly pursues his workout hobby, and spends a lot of time in the gym to keep his body fit and strong. Amid his busy life as a musician and entrepreneur, Nergal also practices yoga as a way to maintain balance in both body and mind. This activity has become an important part of his routine, especially after going through difficult periods in his life. He often shares and documents his yoga sessions on his personal social media accounts, showcasing a calmer, more introspective, and disciplined side of himself. One of his posts that drew significant attention was when he recounted his experience attending a yoga class. On that occasion, Nergal shared the story of a fan who initially held negative views about yoga, considering it inconsistent with a masculine image, but later changed his perspective after seeing Nergal practice and trying it himself. Nergal emphasized that his main goal was not to convince everyone, but rather to inspire some people to take better care of themselves, invest in their health and vitality, and maintain stamina. With a motivational message, he concluded by encouraging others to live with awareness and strength, affirming that for him, yoga is a means of achieving balance and resilience in life.